bass?
I'm talking with a heavy metal band out of the northwest suburbs called Afternight. To my right is Tom Pesh on bass guitar, Paul Corselli on drums, the newest member of the band, John Braun on lead guitar. With two members that aren't here, Scott Ostringa, lead vocals, and Dino Manzella on rhythm guitar. Okay, first I wanted to ask you, what type of music do you generally play?
We play loud, blistering heavy metal. It's aggressive music. It's very heavy.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you each, where are you from? You're from the northwest suburbs?
From Mount Prospect. Paul's from Des Plaines.
Okay. Oh, Tom, what were your influences on the way when playing the guitar?
Well, when I first started playing bass, my first influence was Chris Squire of Yes, and also Geddy Lee was a big influence on me. Their sound, their style, the way they played, everything it sounded really good. And I figured bass was the instrument for me to play.
Is that the sound you generally look for?
Yeah, that's the sound I'm going to be going for when we do record in the studio, too.
Okay, and you will be in the studio in November?
Yeah, November 16th will be our first day.
Okay, Paul, what influenced you?
Basically Tommy Aldridge. I was always interested in the drums, but I first heard Tommy Aldridge, and I really like his double bass techniques, and I listened to a lot of Neil Peart. Those two are my main influences for the drums.
Is that the sound you hope to achieve in the studio?
Yeah, pretty much along the lines of Tommy Aldridge. Yeah.
John?
I'd probably have to say Randy Rhoads, rest in peace.
Yes.
Well, he got me. I just listened in and I just had to play the guitar. He blew me away. He's incredible.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, when you play, what kind of places do you generally play?
Well, we'd like to play some bars. We like to usually play some bars to get some people to see us for some hopeful kind of a following. We like to play at gatherings, parties, any kind of bashes or anything. We're looking for a New Year's Eve gig. That's our next hopeful gig we'd like to get. Right now we're rehearsing to go in the studio, so we're not looking for gigs right now. But when we are ready, we should be ready about New Year's to play a gig, and to play a big bash. Hopefully a mansion. That'd be nice.
Getting paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you all?
I'm 18.
Paul?
I will be 21 in a week.
I'm 17.
Okay, I wanted to ask you, what type of audiences are usually at the gigs?
Audience is usually around the same age that we are, anywhere from like 13 to 14 all the way. We've got people, seriously, and we've got people all the way to about 26, 27.
Okay. There's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. All right, now you played in the Battle of the Bands. I won't say where it was held or anything, but why don't you tell me a little bit about what happened there?
Okay, we played at a Battle of Bands at a pretty big name place. I won't mention who it is. And, well, the thing is that there was a big controversy. There was a band there, and I won't mention who they are, but they knew people at the place that we played, and they owned some of the sound equipment and stuff, and they had the connections to win it. And that's basically how a lot of bands win Battle of Bands. Battle of Bands.
All those Battle of Bands.
Yeah, almost every Battle of Bands is usually rigged in some way.
Okay,
unless it's outside judges.
Do you want to give any info on booking before we wrap everything up?
Well, you can contact, who could we say to contact? Who's the best person to contact?
Probably Dino Manzella.
Dino Manzella, yeah. We can have people call 253-4351 if they have any kind of parties or gatherings they're going to be having. Hopefully they could put out some money for us to play, and we'll give them a real good show and really good sounds.
I've seen the show. It's a good show.
Like playing parties.
They like playing parties. Okay, I wanted to ask you one more thing. The percentage, when you play live, you play a percentage of original and a percentage of copy. What do you say the percentage is?
About 60-40.
Yeah, about 60-40. The originals are starting to outnumber the covers now.
More originals than copies.
The originals are really starting to take over because they keep getting better all the time, and we're also getting ready to go in the studio, yeah.
What kind of sound do you hope to achieve?
Well, for guitars, yeah, for guitars they want to be, loud and, like Iron Maiden type sound, isn't that right?
Just want to be tight.
Yeah, real tight sound in the studio. The bass is going to be a nice, tight and punchy. The drums are going to be a lot of oomph to them. And we hope to,
Freak some people out.
yeah, really, have a good tape that people have never heard before of us, and just really make people
So you'll be sending out a demo tape to...
Yeah, we're going to be
Everywhere
contacting
we can.
record companies, maybe some local bar owners, talent agencies. It's really the way to do it, to go out and get jobs and get money.
Well, how'd you think of that? What's with the name Afternight? Why is it?
Well, Dino came up with
Night
the
After
name.
Night.
Yeah, it was going to be Night After Night.
It's too long.
And then, yeah, it was too long. And we figured, how about Afternight? That's got a kind of a neat concept to it. It's actually the after night, which means after midnight, you know, dawn, maybe morning. And it just seems like it's a cool concept, you know.
Hazy.
Yeah, the fog and the hazy and
Like
the
the
hazy
stage.
conditions and the sun, and it makes for a nice effect. And when we sometime in the future, hopefully, we'll do a video, and it will have maybe that concept in it.
Okay, John, how long have you been?
I've been playing guitar for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yeah.
I've been playing for about 5.5, 6 years.
And I'm going on 3 years now.
Okay, how long have you been together as a band?
Afternight started as a band called Lynx in July of 1983. And we had John on guitar, I was playing the bass, and Dino was playing rhythm guitar. And we were looking for a drummer and also a vocalist at the same time. And we knew a guy that had connections with another band. We went over to see Scott, our old drummer and singer, which he's not the front man. We went to see him. He was playing drums and singing at the same time. So me and Dino saw him and said, hey, let's do this. Why don't we take him out of his band and get him out in our band? So that's exactly what we did.
You stole him.
We actually stole him out of his own band. And then we played like that for a while until just up to about September.
About 2 months ago, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's
He's
when
only been
Paul
And then when
came
Paul
on.
came in with his drums, and we had Scott go out and do the front man, because he really wanted to be a front man the whole time. And we're just looking for a good enough drummer to go out and have a front man. So up till now, everything's been really smooth. Well, pretty smooth.
You do a lot of rehearsing.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
practice 3-4
Constant.
times a week, a couple hours a
You
week,
have to
I
do
mean,
a
a couple
lot
hours a
more
night.
since you're going to be going in the studio.
Yeah, we practice a lot more now. We rehearsing, like, every time we
Well,
practice,
then just-
about 3 hours or so.
Yeah.
We keep
All original.
yeah.
Right.
We're not worried about our
Studio.
cover tunes anymore until we have
I'm
to
not
get
playing
into
anywhere
a party.
right now, so.
And you don't have any producers or anything, so you're going to be using all your own pocket
Doing it
money out of it.
Yeah, we have no backing or
I mean, that's
anything,
the
so,
start.
but that's
From the
how a lot of
bottom,
bands
we'll
start.
build it up.
You dig all the money that you've got out of your pockets, and you just go in the
Get
studio,
it back,
and
though.
if you got any money in your
Hopefully.
pockets, and you just go in, and you splurge.
Okay, was there anything else you wanted to add to
Yeah, I'd like to talk
general
about,
public, John Q. Public?
we got a couple minutes left.
Yeah, we got about 30 seconds.
Okay,
Minute to-
I think, there's one thing I think that should be said about local rock. I think that should be played on the radio a little more. There's a lot of
Definitely.
controversies always talking about that. And I think it should be played a lot more. Give bands a
Give
chance.
local rock a
Mm.
chance.
Yeah.
Freak out.
Okay, well, all right, well, that's all we have for right now, so goodbye.